With 8 championships to their name, Singapore Armed Forces Football Club is by far the S-League's most successful team. They'd been an amateur outfit prior to 1996 with players drawn solely from the serving military. But since the introduction of the professional league, they've opened the first team ranks to foreigners and full-time pros. Their current head coach is Richard Bok, and he has a long history with SAFFC. In 1997, his playing career ended prematurely after he suffered a stroke, but he made a full recovery and moved into coaching, working as the Warriors' assistant for 7 years before taking charge of the first team in 2006. Since then, he's won 4 consecutive league titles to become the most successful coach in the history of the S-League. Despite this success, SAFFC, like all the local clubs, are struggling to turn Singapore's obvious enthusiasm for football into large attendances and a passion for domestic product. It's a far cry from the Malaysia Cup days.
When I was young, I was growing up in Malaysian Cup. I'll be in a stadium with 66,000 or 60,000 in a national stadium whenever Singapore play the Malaysia Cup. Seems like dies down a bit, but we still have to look forward. There's really no Malaysia Cup, so for us, as a club, we try to give good entertainment value for the fans to come and support us, play some good football, although not always good football, but then like I say, we try to play some good football so that the fan can come back.
In terms of results, Richard Bok and SAFFC are doing all that can be asked of them. And last season, they added another string to their bow, becoming the first Singaporean club to qualify for the group stages of the Asian Champions League. Shahril Jantan is the club captain.
For me, it's another level of football we're playing. Something much quicker, faster. As a goalkeeper, I get shots that I don't get in my local league, you see. So it definitely makes my game better. Getting the shots, making decisions, and I think it's a really great thing happening for the club and for me as a player.
In reaching the group stage of the Champions League both last year and this, SAFFC have eliminated teams from Indonesia and Thailand, establishing themselves as arguably the strongest club side in Southeast Asia. But the aim is to go further and reach the level of the Chinese, Japanese and Korean teams they're facing in the ACL.
I hope it's closing, but definitely there's a gap in whatever way in terms of running the club, the budget, the infrastructure, the development of young players, everything is quite a gap is there, but we are trying to close it, but it takes time. It's not just 1-2 years, it takes time, maybe 10 years, 12, we don't know.
In their first outing in the Champions League last year, the Warriors collected just 1 point from their 6 group games. In the S-League, they're used to starting every game as favourites, but against sides from East Asia's dominant football nations, they have to adopt a different approach and rein in their usual style of play.
In S-League, basically, we are more attacking side, but in the Champions League, we need to be very tight at the back to play a bit more defensive than we would like to be. But from experience last year, first few games, yes, we are very tight. But as the game go along, we are more confident in so-called playing a bit of our own football. I mean, passing the game and rather than only defending.
A number of the players that helped SAFFC to 4 straight titles left the club in the off-season, but their second ACL campaign still got off to a positive start with a draw away in China. They then lost to Korea's Suwon Blue Wings before facing back-to-back matches with Gamba Osaka of Japan. They would ultimately lose both encounters, but with a home game against Henan Construction to come, hopes are still high that the Warriors can improve on their previous showing and hopefully pick up their first Champions League win. Singapore Armed Forces Football Club may have some distance to go before they can truly compete with Asia's elite, but in Richard Bok, they have a man who believes he can maintain their domestic dominance and keep them heading in the right direction.
We are now in a transition period whereby I'm building a new team for the next few years. Hopefully with what we learned in the Champions League last year can put into use. the passing and the movement. I know it's not one night, overnight thing, so it take maybe 1 year, 2 years. Hopefully we can work it out, and also to do well, to be successful with the club again, to win league, to win the cup, because that's what they expect from us as AFFC.